So this is a chart that we're going to use all year that's going to really help us learn how to use apostrophe S correctly. Remember, the first thing you have to do before you use this chart is to decide, does the sentence even need an apostrophe? Does something own something or possess something, or is it a contraction? If it doesn't, you don't even need to worry about using an apostrophe S. So if it does need an apostrophe S and something is needing to show ownership, here's how it goes. First, you look at the noun and you decide, is it singular or plural? Is it one or more than one? If it's singular, you always add apostrophe S no matter what. If it's plural, you have to make some decisions. So let's look at the singular ones first. So let's look at this name Charles. So if Charles owns something, and let's say it was Charles's book, we needed to use an apostrophe to show that. Charles is singular, he's one person. So even though it already ends with an S, we are going to still add an apostrophe S. So if you did that, it would be Charles's. You would do Charles and then you would add the apostrophe S. All right, what about if it was elephant? All right, elephant is also singular. And again, no matter what, if it's singular, you just add apostrophe S. But what about if it's plural? There are elephants, and the elephants, a whole bunch of them, own something or possess something. Then you have some choices to make. You have to look at the plural noun and decide, does it already have an S? Does elephants already have an S? Yes, it does. So then what I'm going to do is, instead of adding an apostrophe S, I'm only going to put the apostrophe right outside, right on the other side of the S that's already there. So if it already has an S, I just put it after it. Children is also plural, but let's use the flow chart to think about that. Children. Does children, even though it's plural, does it end with an S? No, it does not. So if it does not already have an S, then we're going to add an apostrophe S to show ownership. And this is difficult and it does take some practice. So when you do your practice today, you will be doing your practice on quizzes, and you can take the practice as many times as you need to get a passing score, because it is tricky. It's my advice that you put this chart on one tab and you do your quizzes in a separate tab so that you can pause the quizzes and go back and look at the chart, because if you're not going back and looking at the chart over and over again, you're probably going to miss a bunch of them. So I would take your time, look at the chart, think it through, and if you need some help, send me an email. Try not to stress about it. You can redo it as many times as you need to.